Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylee, and I do a lot of beauty, lifestyle, and definitely Disney related videos here, but I'm going to be adding, I guess, fitness into this for the next foreseeable future. Definitely not from the standpoint of I know what I'm doing, because I absolutely do not know what I'm doing with fitness.
I understand nothing.
But I've recently decided to go on this health and wellness journey, and I just wanted to include you guys here and hopefully, encourage somebody online, or I don't know, maybe make somebody laugh. So I guess I will just jump into a little bit of my backstory and what I've done so far on this journey and my goals. Yep, I've always been a big kid. I was born premature, about a month premature, and I popped out at 8 pounds and 6 ounces. And so the doctor said if I had cooked to full term, I would have been at least 12 pounds, which, whew, blessed be the woman that birthed out a 12-pound baby. So you're welcome, Mom, that I didn't put you through all of that. So moving forward the next few years, I was pretty average. I was really tall, not really, skinny, not overweight, just middle of the road. And then when I was 6 years old, I was actually diagnosed with childhood epilepsy. I just had a ton of petit mal seizures, probably between 3 and 600 a day. The types of seizures that I was having weren't noticeable. Petit mal seizures are also known as absence seizures, where essentially your body just kind of freezes, your brain, I honestly don't know if it shuts down or what it does, but I would just completely blank out for 10-15 seconds at a time, and then I would reanimate as if no time had passed. So this created a lot of different issues regarding school and stuff like that. My teachers always thought I was just being defiant. Nope, there was a medical reason, but anyways, that's not the point of why I brought this up. So there are a plethora of medicines out there to treat epilepsy. Epilepsy is definitely not curable by any means, but these medications are supposed to help with the frequency, the severity, that kind of thing. And so I tried a few different medications before I found the one that worked for me, which one of the side effects for it is a loss of feeling full. Essentially, it just inhibits you from fully feeling satisfied. And so I would just eat all the time, everything. I was never fully full, and if I was, it was because I was literally rolling out of a restaurant. So anyways, I was on this particular medication until I was about 13-14 years old. It had definitely done its damage. After so many years of eating in excess and not really knowing what a healthy portion looks like, I absolutely gained a ton of terrible eating patterns. I had an extremely unhealthy relationship with food, and honestly still do. It's something that I'm really trying to work through, which is a big portion of what this journey is going to look like for me personally. Appearance, size-wise, my body has always been something that I've been really self-conscious about and just kind of uncomfortable in my own skin until I got married. And my husband is honestly just the best. He's so encouraging and so supportive of me as a human being. I love him to pieces. I genuinely could not have asked for a better husband, a better partner to do life with. But that being said, I got really comfortable. I was no longer thinking about, how my pants fit. I wasn't thinking about having to lose that extra 5 pounds. I wasn't thinking, if I do this, then I'll be beautiful, because my husband, I already knew he thought I was beautiful. So I didn't have that external pressure anymore. So I stopped going to the gym. I stopped pushing myself. I stopped restricting my calories. During that time, we also ended up moving to a different state, and COVID hit. And so I wasn't working. I was just doing school fully online, which is what I'm still doing now. But because of that, and I was a preschool teacher beforehand, I definitely lost a lot of my day-to-day just natural activity, because when you're a preschool teacher, you're constantly running around chasing after your students, having fun with them, getting down on their level. It's a lot of up, down, go, go, go. And so once the world shut down and I essentially became a 24/7 couch potato. That definitely also affected my body and, different changes in my appearance. So I gained quite a bit of weight within the first few years. And then this past year, my husband and I decided to move to England. And one of my goals in coming here was to become more active because we decided early on that we weren't going to ship our cars. We aren't going to purchase a car while we're over here either. And so we're just relying on walking everywhere, biking everywhere, and then, taking public transit whenever we need to. And because that was my mentality coming over here, I definitely expected to lose a lot of weight right away and get super healthy and super fit. And that didn't really happen. I ended up losing about 10 pounds the first month that we were over here, but that definitely didn't stick because my body just kind of adjusted to the different lifestyle and it went right back to my weight before moving here. And I was really disappointed by that. I just kind of felt like, I just naturally wanted to see a change without actually intentionally doing anything, which is not how things happen. So then for Christmas, we ended up going back to the States to be with family, and we stayed there for about a month and came back in January. And that's when I decided that I'm officially starting the intentional journey towards a healthier lifestyle. So now for the juicy stuff, my weight and measurements and all of that stuff. When I got back to England in January, my weight was 212 pounds. So previous to this, the heaviest I had ever been was 190. So it's still pretty close. I mean, I've only gained, 22 extra pounds from my previous highest weight. So it's not drastic, but to me, like seeing the number 2 is pretty intimidating. But I will say I do have some exciting news on that, which I will share afterwards. But yeah, so I was 212 pounds when we first got here, and my body measurements, I was 43 inches around my bust, 38 inches at my waist, and 48 inches around my hips, which is wild to me. That if I were to stretch out my hips just in a straight line, they would be tall enough to ride pretty much every ride at Disney World. So anyways, that's pretty crazy. Hips that could birth a small nation. So my goal weight is honestly, I have no idea what it's going to be. I think it's going to change once I actually start seeing a change in my body. But right now, I think a healthy weight for my height, which I am 5'5", I think a healthy weight would be around 140 pounds. I think that's pretty reasonable. It's like the upper end of healthy on the BMI index, which I think is very arbitrary. So I might honestly end up ditching that number once I get, closer to like 160 if I feel comfortable and confident and feel like I'm able to achieve the other goals that I want to achieve. Then I don't think I'm gonna kill myself to try and reach this goal. So that's my thought process going into it. My potential goal being 140, but also who knows? So along with weight and measurements, I'm going to be tracking my progress through photos. So I'm going to take the same photo in the same spot, which is right behind me, every Monday for the next forever until I meet my goals. So my last actual goal is to be able to run a marathon. Currently, I'm pretty terrible at it, and I have been consistently trying to run about a mile every day, but it's hard and it takes like 15 minutes for me to finish the mile. So everybody's got to start somewhere. But anyways, yeah, so those are my goals. I currently am going to be calorie counting, but it's not going to be super restrictive. I definitely don't want to feel hungry at any point. I don't think that's necessarily healthy or at all sustainable. So currently I am using the app called Lose It. I'm just using the free version. There is a paid one, but honestly I feel like the free version is plenty for me at the moment. But what I really like about the app is that you can set your goals. So right now I have it to lose 2 pounds per week, and I think my base calories are around 1,000, which is under the recommended dosage or intake of 1,200, but I surely am eating tons more than just the 1,000. So every workout that I do, I track with my Apple Watch, and then it automatically syncs to the Lose It app. and anything that you burn off will get added to your daily allotment. And so far, I have been doing this for the past 2 weeks, and I eat on average about 1,700 calories a day, which is plenty for me. I feel full at every meal. I have snacks when I want them, but honestly, I've been eating so much per meal that I don't particularly want to snack in between. Like, it really is a generous amount of food, especially because I've been incorporating a lot more vegetables and lean meats, and so I can spread the calories out more. So that's everything that I am doing now, everything that I'm changing. And as I kind of mentioned intermittently throughout this, I did start this a few weeks ago. So I started intentionally making just some small changes the first week that we got back from Christmas break in the US. And that was around like the 10th of January. And just about 2 weeks ago, I actually started calorie counting and going to the gym every single day except for Sundays. Sundays are going to be my rest days where I can go to the gym if I really feel like I want to, but I'm not going to pressure myself. I won't feel any obligation internally to go to the gym and work out because that's my rest day to enjoy doing whatever I want to. So far, I haven't really seen a whole lot of a change in my body, just because it's only been really like 2 weeks since I've made the most amount of changes. So I think it's way too early for me to start seeing that. So as of 2 days ago, I weighed in at 205 even, which means that I've lost just over 7 pounds. I think it's like 7 pounds and like 2 ounces or something. But I think that's pretty exciting. I mean, in 2-ish, 3 weeks, like to see that much of a change, that's so amazing. And then as far as my measurements go, I have lost an inch off of my bust, 2 inches off of my waist, and my hips have stayed the same, but I don't think they're gonna change for a while, so that's okay. But yeah, so I am 42 at my bust, 36 at my waist, and 48 on my hips. So yeah, I'm really encouraged by that. I can't, physically see the changes yet, and the pictures look exactly the same to me, but I'm excited that the numbers are showing it, even if it's just a little bit of a change. So anyways, this is the start of my journey, and I'm excited to see how things continue to progress. I want to make sure that I do this in a healthy and sustainable way because I do intend for this to be an actual life change and not just a diet to lose the most amount of weight as quickly as I can, because those never seem to work for me. I need to reset my mind, reset my relationship with food, with working out, with what a healthy life looks like. And I think that this is really sustainable for me. So I'm really excited. But yeah, I really hope that you stick around for this journey with me and we can encourage each other along the way. My goal is to give you weekly updates on what my progress is looking like, how I'm doing psychologically, emotionally along this journey. And I really want to incorporate some really fun like physical challenges. So like running a 5K or doing a Chloe Ting challenge or something like that. I don't know. So if you want to see me struggle along the way and figure out how to reach a healthier lifestyle, then definitely consider subscribing to my channel and joining me along this journey. And I'll see you next time. Bye!